first time I listened to 21 Pilot was in 2016, and it was, of course, the song Stressed Out. And that song alone has helped me through some of the difficult times of my life. And since then, I would say 21 Pilots has been holding me together through the ups and downs and darkest and brightest moment of life. So I think it's pretty fair to say that 21 Pilot is my favorite band. And in the last couple of years of my life, I feel like I have evolved emotionally in a way that I never thought I have the ability to evolve. I think that is part of growing up, and because of that, when I listen to 21 Pilot songs, the old songs or the new songs, I start to listen to them with a different perspective. And in this video, I would like to share my perspective on one of their songs called Tear in My Heart, and I believe it is more beautiful than you think, or at least I thought. More beautiful than what I thought when I was first listening to that song, if it makes sense. And also, I am also talking about the music video, so if you want to skip to that part, just go to this timestamp. So let's get into it. In our life, we have good times and we definitely have bad times, right? And when those bad times start to overwhelm us and start to overpower us, it starts to feel like we are living a soulless life. And we start to feel like our heart has been turned into a stone or a wood, or it just freezes. And in this song, we can see that Tyler has been going through this rough patch of his life. And just to feel something, he will actually bleed, which is very extreme. It would mean that self-destruction at some point, just to feel something, just to feel alive, right? But luckily for him, I think it literally did not take to bleed to feel something. It just takes one person, and it is his wife, Jenna. So she's the person who would turn his cold, frozen heart back to normal one. So she will have to peel off the frozen parts, and that could hurt because Tyler is used to the wooden heart, the frozen heart. And when Jenna is trying to bring back that heart, it's gonna bleed a little bit. So he is the tear in his heart. He's alive, he's on fire sometimes, and it would take him higher. It would make his life better in a way. I think that is beautiful. And also, Tyler likes to compare his journey of life as driving. We can see that in car radio. In car radio, he is driving and somebody stole his car radio, so he has to sit in silence and drive. And he hates it so much to a point where he would just pull the steering wheel to just swerve around like in drum show, or even worse, he would pull his steering to death. But here, when he is driving, songs on the radio, they are okay, but his taste of music is Jenna's face. Jenna doesn't even have to speak. He just likes her face that much. Just seeing her by his side would make his life a lot better. I think that's pretty poetic. And as he navigates through this life, as he drives his car, his body, his soul throughout the journey of life, Jenna would be sleeping on the passenger side. Because Jenna is sleeping, he would turn on his radio, because Jenna's face is just enough to keep Tyler calm and keep on driving. And he would drive the whole time because he don't know how to relax. He is very much in pressure to go along, the pressure that possibly created by himself. And in the same time, he is going to navigate smoothly, avoiding the potholes of his mind, which could be trauma, which could be the mental issues that he has. He would avoid those holes. He would navigate very smoothly. In the same time, he would because the government, his mind, not fixing the potholes, not fixing the traumas that he has, the little habit that Jenna hate maybe, not fixing them with the taxes that he paid, which could means that he has been trying so hard to fix those potholes, those behaviors that Jenna hate, but he does have to navigate very carefully as she was falling asleep. And of course, it is not an easy job to navigate around those potholes when you are trying to please somebody. So sometimes he will actually break down mentally. And my theory is, musically, I think 21 Pilots use heavy synthesizer to indicate those mental breakdowns, because we can see it in here that going through all this, he is of course not comfortable with this, but also very thankful about Jenna. But in the same time, as he has to navigate through his life just to be with Jenna very peacefully, and that is taking a lot on him. So he has some mental breakdown, and we can hear the ding 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 in the background as he's saying "Than I've Ever Been." We can also see that in car radio, in vignette, and I believe that's a beautiful touch. And the closing is kind of interesting because he said, "My heart is my armor." His heart is cold and frozen. That's the condition that helps him go through his life. His heart has to be frozen. His soul has to fall back a little bit just to go through those difficult part of life. But Jenna, she's a carver, so which means she can carve his heart in a way that it would fit to his life. But in the process, Tyler feels like the frozen part of his heart is also a part of him. So when she carves out those frozen parts, he feels like she is the butcher with a smile. Pretty grim, I would say. But still, it would take him higher than he has ever been. So he knows that in the long run, this would be actually good for him. I don't know, that's the take that I have. And also in the music video, I believe Josh and Tyler are performing in the Chinatown, LA. And as they perform, the crowd, the people are starting to look at him. And he starts to feel alienated. That's why we can see those big eyes in the people, because he is starting to think that those eyes are judging him. And we can see that Tyler is actually very uncomfortable because of the attention. And since then, they have laid the idea of going against the industry or going with the industry to be popular, to be famous, to be successful. But Jenna literally knocks some sense into him and she kisses him. She knows how to get through Tyler. She just get through the anxiety and like, hey, I love you too. That's kind of funny though. And another thing is, Jenna holds up Tyler in a way that the Bishop Nico would hold up Tyler. So I think that should say something about the law. I'm not sure about that yet, but let me know what you think. So that is all I have for 21 Pilots Tearing My Heart. I hope that it is a fresh perspective, and I believe you have some of the interpretation on your own, so let me know down in the comment. As of today, my name is Happy, and I hope you are too. By the way, this is my Josh Dunn. Alright, see you guys.